Hey everyone, this is John from RELICS, and today I'm going to be talking about a subject that has kind of got me hot. I am just so sick and tired of this one thing that keeps happening to other resellers, including myself. I'm seeing it over and over with the items that I've shipped, and I watched a video the other day from a guy named J Ride Flips, and he is losing his top-rated eBay seller status because of this thing that the post office just can't get right. And what they're doing is that we are paying all of this money to the post office to ship our items, and when they get them, they fall into the oblivion that is the United States Postal Service. And I am not exactly sure where these packages are going or why they're not being sent forward in the process the way they should be. We had 2 items this past week that got lost in the mail service, and one was a $300 rock band game. It was the guitar. It was for Guitar Hero 3 for the PS3. It was brand new, factory sealed in the box, and it went missing for probably a week, and the customer paid over $300 for this game. So obviously they're eager to get it. They've got a lot of money invested in this game. They want to get it so that they can play it or whatever they're going to do with it. Don't know, don't care. But they want to get this item in their possession. So they start messaging me going, where is this item at? And fortunately for us, we put in a thing that my wife does. She puts in this request with the post office. They do a package search for it. And eventually it shakes it out from wherever it's hiding. And today it was supposed to be delivered. Fingers crossed. I have not had any bad news from this guy yet, which is always scary because when these items get hung up out there in the nether, out there in the other world, the upside down of the post office, they tend to be beat up and they get shaken up and kind of they go through the ringer while they're out there because they're just being churned over and over through the postal system. I don't know. I have a couple of ideas as to what's going on. The second item that I sold was a really cool framed poster. I love framed artwork. Right there is a Johnny Cash and I believe the Duke, John Wayne. It's the two of those together. And I have that up on my wall, but I sold one that was similar. It was actually of another gentleman. The name will come to me in a second, and we'll talk about it then. But I packaged it up, sent it off. It went out into the Postal Service, and it's still lost out there somewhere. And to get back to the conversation talking about J Ride Flips, he had sent out I can't remember, it's like 6 or 7 packages that went out into the void, and there was no tracking. He's in Utah, and I'm guessing they have a lot of mail that gets processed there. But his packages, he speculates that maybe the truck got abducted by aliens. No, he didn't say that, but maybe it got into a rollover accident or the packages got lost. Maybe Fast and the Furious, maybe they hijacked the mail truck so that they could steal the cargo and sell it so they could buy fast car parts for their crappy imports. Who knows? But what's so aggravating is that because he had those items, he'd shipped them, they had been, they were out there and they were in process of being shipped, that his buyers eventually opened up cases, and I guess he didn't respond to them. And they all closed, like 3 of them closed one day against him, and then the next day, like a couple more closed against him, which, he says that he takes ownership in that, and I completely understand that. As a fellow reseller, it's important that we take ownership, and what we probably should do in these situations is just refund the money, because if it's getting to where the cases are going to be resolved and they're going to be resolved without seller resolution, you never want that. You always want to make sure that you're taking care of these items and that you are taking care of your customer. But the fact of the matter is that now he has lost his top-rated seller. I've dealt with this over and over and over with the United States Postal Service just dropping the ball over and over again. And it's not my local post office. They're doing an extremely good job. I absolutely love my local post office. They do a great job getting my items. They come to my house. They pick them up. They scan my items. My postal lady is fantastic, scans them. They get their initial scans, and they get sent out. And typically what I find is that these items are being sent to these postal hubs, and that's kind of where they get lost. They'll go there, and I don't know if it's because the 2 items that I shipped were fairly large. They were large items, and I'm not sure if they're just running out of room on trucks, so they're taking the big items, and they are taking those items and setting them back on the dock so that they can put more packages on the truck instead of worrying about the big stuff. I know that with media mail that they will leave media mail items sitting on the dock until the truck has room. So if you ever ship a large media mail package, say if you're selling a bunch of media like VCR tapes, or what I sell is like a lot of encyclopedia sets, and they will get packaged into multiple boxes. And if you take those to the post office and you drop them off, they will get shipped to the distribution center. They might sit there for upwards of a week until one of the trucks has room to where they can put that on the truck, because media mail takes it's the least most important mail to the post office. Who knew? Now you do, and I did because I asked. I was what's going on, and that's what they told me. So the fact of the matter is that I think that these big packages are being set on the docks so that they can get the smaller stuff out, move more volume, get as much of it moving as they can. Now, I will say that the 6 or 8 packages that Jayride had going that went missing, that those items were smaller packages. They weren't huge. So, you know, I don't know if my theory is rock solid, but I think that a lot of our items that are shipping, that are bigger items, are the ones that are getting there slower, because they are, they're just sitting around because they need the room for the smaller packages. And what I'd really like to know is for you guys to let me know down below in the comment section, are you seeing your larger packages are having the delayed shipping times, or is it all of your packages? I'm finding that we are having the most problems with our shipping hub out of St. Louis. Stuff goes there and it just falls into the upside down of the postal world, and eventually it falls out, and we might not even know. The Guitar Hero was going 3 hours away from our house. Literally, someone 3 hours of our house bought it, and it went to St. Louis, and that was the last we heard of it until yesterday or today when we got the notification that it was out for delivery. So yay, that's definitely awesome. We had a great week in sales, and that was one of the items that we sold that made it a great week in sales that week. And I would definitely like to know if you're seeing any of these problems. If you are, let me know down below. If it's your big items, small items. Another thing that I'm seeing that seems to be a big problem is that some of our items are going on vacation. Like they make it to a distribution center, and I think somebody throws it into the wrong bin, and then it might have been destined for, say, New York, but it ends up in California, and I get customers messaging me going, hey, where's my item? And I'm like, hey, the Postal Service is dumb, and they're shipping your items halfway across the country before it gets rerouted back to you. That's not my fault. I'm sorry. I can only take the item to the post office, or they can pick it up from me. I can't make them at the distribution centers put them in the right baskets so that they get to you in a timely manner. I am truly sorry for that, and I apologize on behalf of the United States Postal Service. But I am pretty upset with the Postal Service. The fees just keep going up, 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 and I think that we're getting less and less for our money. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and you have a good day, and God bless.